Welcome back. This is Relationships Wednesday, hashtag KTN Life and Style, and we're at Keeping It Real. Our panelists today is Benjin Dollar and Chantal Petit, and we were discussing infidelity and a lot of relationship questions. Remember, you can contribute to this conversation or ask any relationship question using the hashtag KTN Life and Style. And of course, my favorite co-host of the year, Suzanne is here with me.
Hey guys, I'm also just here listening. Now, we were with Chantal and she was talking to us about dates that she's been on, and maybe let me say signs of a guy who's just already, swayed. He's already lost.
Yeah. First date.
Yeah, first date talking about sex and things that really don't matter. That's not how you ingiza a chick box, in my opinion. Talk about things that impress me, make me see that, oh, okay, maybe you're worth pursuing wasting my time on. Yes. Waste your time 2019.
Yeah.
Exactly, yes, that's what I wanted to say.
I wanted to ask,
is
it because your ex cheated that you guys broke up? Because you've been very vocal about...
Ooh, do I want to talk about that? I'm trying not to talk about him, but maybe I can talk about a previous one, not this one. Yes, my previous one, he cheated, we broke up. I found out, again, I'm the FBI, I went through his phone and I found messages. I do that because my gut is always right. If my gut tells me someone is doing something fishy, I always investigate and I find out exactly what I was thinking in my head. Yeah.
When you have that gut feeling, do you ask them first or do you go straight into
okay, so
the password, or how does it usually go?
Okay, let me give an example of the first guy who cheated on me. We were in university and we had just started dating, and my best friend was a bit fishy about our relationship with the guy. So we went out one day and they were being very comfy. Yeah. So we went back to her place because all of us were too drunk. And they disappeared at some point. So when she came back, I asked her, what's going on between you and him? You know, you can tell me. We're not really that deep in the relationship yet. If you want him, you can take him.
Yeah.
And I asked her 8 times, and she lied. And I was like,
8 times?
This is the last time I'm asking you. And if you lie to me, when I find out, our friendship is over. Wow. And I went through her phone. Luckily, I think it's God who just provides this opportunity.
Phones are just left within your vicinity.
Exactly.
No passwords.
So one day in school, she gave me her phone because her cousin wanted to talk to me, and I couldn't hear where we were sitting, so I went to the washroom and we talked, and my gut was like, check that phone. And I found messages from my...
Hey, honey.
Yes. Not even that. Like, when are we meeting? We're talking about their sex life and what they're going to be doing. So they used to go to her place at lunchtime every day, and I did not know. And that was
That's betrayal.
The end of both my relationship and her friendship. So...
She brings up an interesting point, because I always hear this thing, I've heard it severally. Never check the phone, but then for me, for practical purposes, I just think that getting in evidence is important, but then I always find it weird to never check the phone. Yeah, you know why? Because you want the certainty. Not that I advocate for that, but you just want some certainty, like not to assume anything's happening that's not. So, what do you guys think about this rule?
I don't know. I think also, if I've been dating you for, and I hate that because every time you come on the show, you really put me and Nixie on the spot, and I realize we end up sharing so much. But I think, I don't know, I am a never check the phone person, because sometimes I'm just like, you'll always find what it is you're looking for. But at the same time, I'm like, when you have that feeling, it'll be confirmed eventually in some type of way, because I think also people do get careless. Like the longer they're doing it, the more they feel like they're getting away with it, the more careless they get. So even if you don't check the phone, you will find out in some shape or form, like the way you were saying. People saw something and a friend will tell you, and eventually, because I also think that gut feeling usually comes from, you know, you're being cheated on, you just haven't faced the music, you even felt it emotionally in the relationship, that there's somebody going away. So yeah, I still would advocate for don't check the phone, but I think you'll just find
it. Like chicks have it all the time, like don't check the phone. Yeah. Which I find
I believe in it.
A little weird.
I believe in it. You're better off finding out and bouncing than
as soon as possible.
Yeah, than staying and still having that gut feeling. And
because at the same time, I feel like honestly, I'm for do check the phone.
You're an investigator also.
Yes, and I'm that one. I'm normally like don't have a lock screen thing. And if you have it, do share with me your lock screen pattern. And don't change it. Because I've been in relationships where somebody actually changes the lock screen, and I'm like, dude, what are we doing?
Yeah.
You know.
I have a friend.
That's a deal breaker. That's a deal breaker.
I have a friend.
for me.
She might know him. I could definitely not say his name.
Yeah.
And so one day we're just hanging out, and he's like, I mean, very dramatically, your phone doesn't have a password? He's just checking.
He was
Your
sure.
phone has no password? I'm like, I mean, I'm not really in a relationship. I'm not accountable to anything.
Yeah.
He's like, boss, my phone has one password. When you enter it, it has a second password. And then he's like, he has a vault where the pics are, and you can't find the vault.
Oh,
you have
wow.
to prompt
They're
and
usually
ask for the
a
vault.
different
The
thing.
vault
And then they're
comes
named
up,
a
asks for a
different
password,
thing.
then it enters.
Oh, wow.
Mic drop.
Also,
What?
listen,
That's
we
a
don't know.
serial
No.
data.
We don't know who you are. If you are watching Benji on the show today, or you get this link on YouTube, I'm just gonna say CID needs
What up,
you,
Pops?
fam. CID
For real.
needs you. Yeah,
Yeah,
take.
seriously.
Also, you know, some people have talents. That they're like those people who are serial cheaters and they're never caught. And then another thing is, the ones who are serial cheaters, but I think they should work for think tank, psychology think tank. Because how is it you're a serial cheater? Then because you are known in this Nairobi that you're a serial cheater, and you still manage to find a new person to date to cheat on.
That's
How?
true.
Yeah.
That's true.
What is the magic?
Yeah.
Me, I don't know.
It's like the Twister Tombstone
the magic is
story.
called lies.
Yeah. I agree.
Yeah?
Lies,
Yeah.
these are
I agree.
lies experts.
People who are very good with the tongue and they.
Yes.
And also
And
just-
they sell you the dream.
You can be good with the tongue, but you're not good at lying.
Yeah.
Like, for example, I just don't know how to lie. Like, even if I tell you, you can be like, that guy is lying. He was not in London for sure. The people who lie.
Yeah.
Someone is in Kayole, and they'll tell you they're in Bristol
Wow.
without batting an eyelid, and and people believe them.
Yeah.
A guy goes and sleeps in Caromaindo, wakes up, goes, takes a picture at Serena,
That's good.
and then he's like, hey, this is someplace in River Road, whatever.
Yeah.
And so everything is a lie. And that's a really uncomfortable. It's a little psychotic, by the way.
It is.
I agree with that a lot. Most the guys that have cheated on me are serial liars. Like, I call them pathological liars.
Yes.
They know how to lie and make it look true, and also they are good at selling the dream. I remember there's a vlogger who asked me, just discussing serial cheaters, and I told her majority that I know of, not just through my experience but others, is they look at you, they read you, what you're all about, and they usually know by anything that you say, oh, this chick is all about marriage. So they sell you that marriage dream so that you can get their box, and then they're like, yeah, once you're in that box, they flip.
At the same time,
So
that's
that's,
very
so
true.
that's called
Especially
manipulative
for you.
behavior.
Yeah.
That's manipulative
For you,
behavior.
you're in the limelight, and I wanted to tell you this. So it's that one of, because again, you've seen the consistency of the kind of people you've been
Yes.
attracting.
Yes.
So it's that one of, I'm going to follow you for like even 2 years. I've met such people. They're crazy people.
They're invested long term.
They are sociopaths, actually. So they study you, they know your friends, they know your behavior, they know you don't like going out to party. So when they come to you, you'll even call them your dream man. Because it's that one of, oh my God, we have so
They're
many things in
aligned.
common.
'Cause he studied
Finally,
you.
he is the man,
Yeah.
So I wanted to ask you, do you feel like social media has contributed like a lot
Yes.
towards
It
cheating?
has, yes, it has a lot, besides the accessibility and now what you've said, which is studying people. Because, okay, like for me, I am very open with my life on social media, so it's so easy for someone to just know exactly what I'm all about and come and lie to me about it. Yeah.
Benji, what do you think, someone in her position?
I just think, first of all, listening to Chantal, that, as a country, if we invested all that time in ideas and developing things, we'd have so many jobs in this country.
Oh God, that's true.
Like, how does someone follow a lady for 2 years online who you don't know to profile and understand her so that you can
Just
lie
take advantage.
and sell her a dream, borrow a car from your friend, go and stay at your friends in Runda who's traveling, and then sell her this whole facade when you actually live in Umoja? Like, that's just rubbish.
Yeah.
Let her know you for who you are.
Yeah.
It's quite sick, and I think a lot of people do these things not knowing that they're sick. And so I think it's for shows like these to give the other side that some of these lies and manipulation, etc., are disorders. NPD is one of them, narcissistic personality disorder.
That's true.
I mean, even things like OCD, because you're just obsessing over a man who is not your husband even.
Yeah, you've
So
just
there's no
decided, you fixated on
accountability.
this
You're
person.
fixated on a person, and then even for why. Like, who is this person even to you?
Yeah.
And so this is important when we discuss issues like, I see a lot of things online. I'm big on social media as well. So I see a lot of things online. Oh, this guy's betrayed me. Nilimzalia mtoto. Yani, I always stop at that word. Aliniambia nimzalie. Like, are you kidding me? As who? So I always
That's
ask them,
the
who is
weakest statement ever.
No, but the
they-
thing is,
and then they just
no,
feel
but
you like you're
also
arrogant, like-
you feel it, no, but also
like,
the thing
as
is,
who?
you hear that statement so much, and then
But
also
as
let me
who,
just,
Susan, who is it to you?
especially, and it's so unfortunate,
Oh,
but
God.
it's also like biological and everything. I do think that you have a child, both parties will be responsible, but let's just keep in mind, yes, biologically, there's one party that will carry the child. There's
Yeah.
one
Exactly.
party that will do the actual giving birth.
Exactly.
That same party is the one that will do the breastfeeding, and
Exactly.
most likely the feeding and the
Exactly.
waking up at night or whatever, just because physically even your body is ready and in tune with that entire process.
Yeah.
So this thing of somebody came to me and asked me, nimzalie
Nimzalie,
mtoto.
yeah.
By the
Unless I'm
way,
a surrogate.
also another thing, can I just say there are so many children who need homes, who are in the streets,
That
and you
is
can
so
adopt
deep.
as a single
Yeah.
dad. Ni mtoto nataka.
Yeah.
Why are you making it somebody else's issue? No. People, they are actually
So
children.
sometimes,
who
Susan,
need-
I get this on social media. Some guy asked me, and I'm big on Twitter, Benji, hauna ata mtoi mwitu? Then he told me, listen, he went further, because you know it's an exchange, it's a conversation back and forth, and it's on a public timeline.
Yeah.
He told me, you know what, mi niko na kamoja rongai,
Good.
ni ile tu nilitaka kujua mi ni mwanaume.
Oh, wow.
Na nikasahau hiyo mambo. But he was sure it's his kid, etc. And so this is very typical of Kenyan men.
stressful.
And why I'm even expressing this point is very simple. Kenyans ought to know a kid is not a pet. Even for mamas. I've been told, hey, can you just give me a kid? And I'm just shocked, like, what are you talking about? Yeah, even us, we hear those things. Oh, I want a brown kid. I want a smart kid. You think I haven't had those things? And you're just thinking, is this person insane?
Honestly, I'm so disgusted.
A kid is not a pet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're young, but I think sometimes for women, when you get to 30 and then 34,
Then you
etc.,
just want-
and sometimes you just want a baby. It's a very selfish impulse.
That's true.
Because any kid deserves a home where the parents are present. It might not always be that way, but it's wrong to set out for the wrong thing from the beginning.
Yeah.
It's wrong to set out to be a single mom.
Yeah.
Let it happen along the way where, I think we talked about this on the last
Yeah,
show.
we did.
You know, Benji's here, then whatever, he's maybe stolen by some chick we saw on Instagram here, who's like, your guy is not out of bounds unless he's your husband.
Yeah. I honestly
Those are
wanted to
always
talk
there.
about that video.
Shata, what do you think about that video? So guys,
Yeah.
we
I wish you could play it. I
Yeah.
hope you play it next time.
We,
I
will.
know.
We played one
Watch
time
it
on
tomorrow,
that,
yeah.
but guys,
Maybe you can share the
basically,
handle.
yes, basically we watched a video where a lady was saying that you are single until married. So what she said is she's not worried about your girlfriend. She'll only take it seriously and not mess around with you or date you if you're now married. So she's like, if you have a wife, I'll disappear. But if it's a girlfriend, because she said there's still a chance.
That you
If
guys are not
that's-
going to end up together.
It's the same mentality as just because there's a goalkeeper doesn't mean you can't score.
Oh, God.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
I'm shocked by that video, to be honest. First of all, it's on Instagram, a public domain.
It has a lot of views.
It has a lot of views,
Yeah.
exactly, and it's sending out the wrong message to young girls that it's okay to snatch someone's man or to just, I don't want to say that word, but yeah, I don't think
I
it's
know
a
the
nice
word.
message. Yeah.
But also, though, sometimes I'm also just like, why does she have the opportunity to access you in the first place?
Exactly.
You see, the single people who
Yeah.
are dating these people in relationships, I'm like, why did you allow it?
You
Because you see, you're the
tolerated
one
it.
in a relationship.
Yeah.
If me, I'm
That's
the
why I
single
said
one.
it's a choice. You're the one, you know you're in this relationship with this person. You know the depth to which you're trying to
Yeah.
focus into the relationship.
Yeah.
So if you decide to mess it up because of a random chick on Instagram saying such things, then that's on you.
Okay,
Yeah,
quickly, can you guys
accessibility.
give your social media handles and where people can find you and continue talking to you?
It also
because-
just gives evidence of the rise of the bad girl. You know, like women also now like kind of go for it. And
Yeah.
so once again, I think what women should focus on is just being this all-rounded woman, where the cost-benefit ratio is just not worth it.
Right.
A guy runs into that Instagram chick, and you're like, okay, well, she's cute, she's bad.
Worth it.
I'm curious, but damn, if I get caught, my life is over. So no.
Not worth it.
Yeah, I'm at Benji Ndolo on Twitter. I'm big on that. At Benji Ndolo. Benji is without an E at the end. BNJI Ndolo.
Okay.
I'm Chantel Petite on Instagram. I'm big on Instagram.
I'm gonna follow you. I'm not on IG.
Oh, you're not on IG? On Twitter, I'm Chantel Petite as well, but without an underscore.
I'll follow
Also,
you.
it's very hard to tag you on Twitter. You better
Why?
go change that.
Yeah, I
it's
also
something in your
struggled.
setting.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
you can tell I'm
But your
stalking
YouTube
you.
page as well.
Oh, my YouTube page as well is Chantel Petite. Mama Boo Boo in the house.
Hi, boo-boo.
So I want to start reading some of the feedback that I got yesterday from my question, the poll that I told you guys that I asked. So I asked, why do people cheat? And I gave 2 options: loneliness in their relationship or opportunity. And there are many people who answered just the 2, and I shared the percentages with you, which was 71% believed, which was the majority, that it's based on opportunity. But I like you guys that went the extra mile to actually DM me. So there's somebody that, So there's somebody that believed it was both, and there's somebody that believed that it's different depending on the gender. But anyway, this is Ribia, and he said, so this is a super long unsolicited answer. However, he said, for dudes, it's lust. You love who you're with and you wouldn't trade her for anything, but you've seen I can't say what he wrote there, a painting, and you want to smash. For most dudes, it's mostly physical, like push-ups or scratching or getting rid of an itch.
What?
I know. He really described in detail, thank you. And then he said, for chicks, sometimes lust, but mostly it's to replace something lacking in the relationship. For ladies, it's a lot more emotional.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh, it's different for genders. And then I said, but is it because men and women are like wired differently in our genetic and in our formulation, or is it the way society is set up? And he said, he said, I think we're wired differently. Even the very act of being physically intimate with somebody, for women, I get it's so emotional. You literally let somebody in. You never enjoy having a stranger in your home, so why would you allow a stranger into your body? But for dudes, it's like tourism for backpackers. Hits a couple of locations, then I go back home.
You said it quite well.
Yeah, and then he said, but to your other points, matriarch, that word. Yes, societies in which women marry many men, that's also a thing that happens, but he said, I've never really studied that, but he'll look into it.
Okay, so definitely I got some feedback as well. So my question was, would you forgive your spouse if they cheated on you? This person said, no. And this is a man, yeah?
Okay.
No. We have an understanding it's a deal breaker. And so we went ahead and said, imagine some guys do forgive and they work. I mean, clearly we had Derek today, Derek Mbugwa. And this guy went and said, unless there were extenuating circumstances, again, every situation can be interpreted and handled differently. What do I think about that? If you cheat, it's a wrap. So this is the person, this is Marcy Wahome. She said, why do you think people cheat on their spouse? And she said, the fear of God is not in them. Thank you, Marcy. We are so on the same WhatsApp group, first of all. I should actually legit just add her.
Just add her.
Yeah,
Follow her,
clearly,
like we are together.
Yeah. And again, she continued to say, I really don't know. And send that emoji of, why do men cheat?
Now you got her thinking about
Love
it.
you.
I hope she watched the show.
Yeah, I hope, I'm sure she did. I'm sure she did.
So guys, we are going to keep reading feedback, and even if we do not squeeze everything in, we are 100% gonna keep talking to you online. But now we're gonna go to Violetta, who's gonna give us the tea tonight on KTN. Hi. Good morning.
You look good. Thank you for bringing the sun. Thank you for bringing the curves.
You're welcome.
I got you.
Nice. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I have a lot of tea. Good morning, Kenya. Nice to meet up with you on this Wednesday morning. And right here on Relationships Wednesday, we condemn cheating. Shout out to all of you who have been loyal and faithful. Let's keep on the track, right? But right about now, you know what time it is. I bring you the lowdown on what to expect on KTN tonight. And as usual, from 10:15, it's time for Socialites. And what might be happening, or rather, what is happening? Tina is pregnant. And that is pretty much every girl's care if you're not in a serious relationship with someone. So Tina has been puking all over the place. So, of course, might be some pregnancy. And now the plot thickens. This time, we are not sure who is even the father to the child. Like, that is how complicated it is. And what's even worse, like when the plot thickens after that, the father of the child could be the old guy who she has been dating, but also it could be for the son of the old guy. Well, here's what you should expect from Socialites tonight.
Mtelezaji atadonje kwa boots kama hajafunga. Hizi pesa za Zakaria umepoteza how much?
50k.
Okay, so I got this for you. The lottery. Mimi kitu sevini nitotumia 5000 kwa transport tu. Kwani kuna shida? Wazee kwanza tufanya raki hizi hills na niumize.
Well, there was a robbery and one of our neighbors lost a lot of money. And if you hear anything, please tell your boss to call me.
Well, we are sorry for the wrong video, but now you have to stick around to catch up what's happening on Socialites. It's too much. In fact, even just me telling you over here is not enough. You need to stick around 10-15, catch up with Socialites. Trust me, you are in for a ride. And what happens right after that? I come through with E-Curve, the show that brings you nothing but the best in the entertainment industry. And let me tell you one thing for a fact. I have never eaten as much burgers as I ate this first weekend, because we were celebrating the Nairobi Burger Week 2019. And we stormed a couple of restaurants, made some burgers, ate some burgers, served some burgers. It was amazing. And then after that, we took off to Kenya for an off-road challenge. So if you are a car enthusiast, this show tonight is specifically made for you. So here's what you should expect tonight on E-Curve. Now, how interesting is it that we are storming kitchens? That's how cool E-Curve is. And right about now, we are at Big Square Moy Avenue, ready to experience the Burger Festival. And what I'm about to do right now is actually apply butter on our bread. And the butter has, you say it has?
It has assorted herbs, rosemary, thyme.
For flavor?
Yeah, for flavor.
All right, so let's do this. Trips are always such a plan, and this first weekend we were treated to one. The trip led us to the Wild Kenya for the most thrilling 4x4 event.
We're very big on the off-road lifestyle. Our country is amazing, and we get a chance to see cars that we wouldn't normally, hang around with. And yeah, that's why we do what we do now.
Yes, that and so much more happening tonight on E-Curve. We took to so many places. I cannot wait for you to have a look at what these episodes look like. And of course, I have to shout out all those people who talk to us on social media and invite us to their events. Please keep doing so on Twitter at KTN_E-Curve and on Facebook and Instagram at KTN_E-Curve. And we are getting excited for this weekend. Of course, there's so much happening. We have a festival happening at Uhuru Gardens. We also have another motor show. Guys, it's already a jam-packed weekend for E-Curve. So stay tuned, keep it locked. I'm going to see you all tonight at 10:45 p.m. But for now, I have to take it back to Susan Joroge and Arn Nixie. See you then.
Thanks, girl. How are you? Hey, that's upcoming week.
I know.
Busy.
Yeah,
I'm so excited.
And the
it's always
well.
busy for E-Curve,
Yeah.
always.
Thank you so much. So the weekend, where are you going?
The Uhuru Gardens Festival.
Okay, I think I'll go for the motor show.
No. I'm just gonna be with Violet in the car and just go everywhere she goes.
Okay. So now you know where to find us. Okay. So the conversation today has been on infidelity. We've had so much fun. Thank you so much for Benjin Dollar for gracing the Keeping It Real segment, and for Chantal Petit.
And for DMC, thank you so much to Derek Bogwa and the psychologists we had with us. And you guys were incredible. I've learned a lot on this show.
Yeah. And thank you for not touching that remote button all the way till now. Shout out to you. You are the real MVP. You do have an absolutely amazing rest of the week. Unfortunately, it's time to wind up the show.
Yeah, so You don't want to say your name or?
I've been your amazing host as usual, Ann Nixie. And you can find me on Instagram at Ann_Nixie. Let's keep on tweeting using the hashtag KTN Life and Style on Twitter and keep up with the infidelity conversation. This is something that's never going to end, first of all. Yeah.
We hope that we can allow you guys to understand it better and work your way through things, through the help with us on this show. But yes, like she said, have a fantastic Wednesday. I have been your other host, Susan Jaroge. You can find me on Instagram, Sura_Common, and on Twitter, @Jaroge_. Bye guys, have a great day.